Welcome to Mirth, Magic, and Mayhem, the AARPG's new actual play series using the Dragonbane RPG by Free League Publishing. I'm Nathan, your host, co-GM, and I'll also be playing Brains, the idiot Wolfkin thief. Let's meet my friends and fellow cast members.
I'm Malcolm, your co-GM, and I'll also be playing Corinne Rhinesmith, the judgy halfling bard.
Hi, I'm Tyr, and I'll be playing Dane Ringson, a human scatterbrain scholar.
I'm Chris, and I'm playing Sigyn, Elfin Huntress.
Hey all, this is Anthony, and I play Kurgan, and he wants to remind you,
you should go and get stuffed.
Hello everyone, this is Sean. Now we'll be playing Baylor Banefire, a dwarf artisan specialist.
I'm Tim, AARPG's latest temporary double-seeker probationary player. I play Quiverwing, the enchanting mallard whose spellbinding plumage shivers like distant lightning on a moonlit night.
Together, we'll explore ancient secrets of a long-forgotten empire, facing challenges and forging our destiny in a world where every castle, cave, and crypt holds the echoes of a bygone era. Get ready for an epic journey filled with laughter, suspense, and unforgettable moments in the Misty Vale.
Hello and welcome to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast. I'm Nathan, I'm your host tonight, and we are playing Dragonbane. Yeah, applause. We're co-GMing, but you would know that because
you're like the deadbeat dad. Is that it?
Because I mean, like,
totally.
You are the deadbeat dad of GMs. You show up once for the fun opening, and then you fuck off for the rest of his life.
I went to get
He
cigarettes.
promises next time he'll show up and do a really good job.
that's
Yeah, you show up and you take us into a baseball game once in a while, buy you some candy, and that's it.
Tyr, you had me at fun opening.
I've got your fun opening.
Heyo.
You'll see that later. This weekend. We might even share the same room. Do you want top or bottom?
Maybe it's a switch.
Hot tub.
Hot tub. Okay.
I'll just sleep in the hot tub.
Take it forever nap.
I've reached the age where I just sleep in the hot tub.
But you know, nice thing about this place, it has two hot tubs. There's an upper and a lower one, and we can make one the COVID hot tub.
I thought you were going to call one the upper decker and the other the lower decker.
Depends on how much Sean has to drink.
But I love you guys, and fans. I love you too. Today we hit 700 follows, subscribers on YouTube, and our 100th podcast episode. So a milestone for our YouTube channel and a milestone for our podcast.
Hey,
so
seriously, thank you, fans.
yeah,
Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate all of this.
super awesome.
Take them or leave them.
Yeah. And thanks
They're
to
truly better people than we are.
Yeah.
Or at least more tolerant of our shit.
Don't set the bar that high.
The higher the bar, the greater the fall. All right.
So actually, before Malcolm starts and brings us to the actual fun part of the episode, every year we probably mentioned this before.
That's
every year
ambitious.
we do this thing called Geek Weekend, where a bunch of us, as many as we can get to show up, will go to a weekend away together at a cabin or house or whatever we can find, hole in the ground that we rent out, and we
I hated that hole in the ground. It rained.
we got all muddy.
It smelled like Jersey City.
Too many worms.
And they were leeches.
Jersey
Charlie.
City. They all
Kubo
have
just
accents.
Kubo just asked if we were on, so be prepared.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, he's been out at his anniversary dinner.
Did you tell him no?
I did tell him no.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Oh, boy.
We love Kupo. We love drunk Kupo too.
We do.
So, in Lego, I trust.
But yeah, so we do this every year, and we've been doing this probably for like 10, 11 years, something like that. It's a long time.
Been a
At
while,
least,
been a while,
it has to be over a decade by now.
Yeah, but it's super fun. If you have a group that you trust around while you're sleeping,
My
then
sex toy deliveries here. I'll be right back.
I recommend.
Bad segue.
I highly recommend you do the same kind of thing if you have the capability. It's super fun, great way to reconnect, especially since a lot of us are far apart. One of us is bringing his kid all the way from the West Coast. I brought one of mine before, so it should be okay. Hopefully, it won't scar him for life.
But I bring mine.
Yeah, you should bring yours, Malcolm.
Oh no, it'll be very long. All right. Actually, before we do the recap, let's do the advancements
rolls.
from
Leveling up
from last week. I wanted to make certain that we got that taken care of, just so that we'd had that for last week. So, but if you guys ready, I'm starting to start running through the questions, and we'll get that taken care of first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't recall having any dragons or demons.
Kubo did.
Yes, I think
I did as well.
Yeah. So, if you've had any demons or dragons, please make note of those skills which had it. Those you can roll on. And now for some final questions. Some questions. Did you participate in the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you explore a new location?
Yes.
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 Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
Not technically. Was he a dangerous adversary or that we negotiated with?
Well, yes.
Well, okay.
But you didn't defeat
I'll take a
him.
yes. That's a yes.
Yes, that's what I heard. I heard yes.
You didn't. He was dangerous, is what I agreed to.
Well, there's another question that means, did you overcome an obstacle?
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? And
definitely-
time in the process.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you give in to your weakness?
Yes.
Yes.
I slept outdoors.
Was that
Started the game sleeping
boastful? I
outdoors.
can't remember. I think I was.
Yes. Well, I recall boastfulness, but I'm not sure what happened then. Oh, yes, you made several ridiculous boasts. And immediately failed terribly in this also. Well, now that you have the answers to those questions, let's go ahead and go through the advancements. Whichever player would like to go first, and we'll just follow thereafter.
Who wants to go
Dibs.
first? All right,
I'll go
Chris,
first.
go ahead.
Okay, first going with my dragon for awareness. I have to beat a 12, and I got a 19, so yes. And next I'm going to do evade.
Evade.
So 12, and I got a 10, so that does not. Next I'm doing bows, which is going to be difficult. 17, and I did not get it. Spot hidden, a 10, and I got a 20.
Oh.
So that goes. And lastly, sneaking, which is 14. Sneaking. And I got a 4, so no. I'm done.
All right. Congratulations. Tim, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go, but it's kind of an important one because it potentially could get me up to the 18 mark, which is a heroic thing. So I'd like for somebody else to roll for my animism. Go. Anybody who wants to roll for it.
I'll roll.
Go.
17.
I need a 17 or better.
17.
All right. There I am.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to that first advancement. 17!
Well, that's the heroic. I get a heroic ability, right? Because I
Yeah.
have a yeah.
Yes, you do.
All right. Good deal.
I was just reviewing them before you select.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
happen.
haven't. I actually didn't think I'd get it. So that's one. I get 3 more. I'm gonna do healing. No, hold on. No. You know what? Because it's embarrassing, I'm gonna do swimming. I only have it at 7. I fucking rolled a demon. Oh. No, the 1 is not a demon. That's a dragon. No,
Yes.
I rolled a dragon, but
That does not help you.
still not good.
Yeah.
So the duck still can't swim.
Don't worry, you get boons on those rolls.
Bushcraft. I made bushcraft. I needed a 12. I got a 13. Beast lore. Missed it. Okay, so there I am. There's my 4. I advanced in animism to 18 and bushcraft to 14.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. I'll go next.
I think I said the numbers wrong on that, but
I'm going to
Two?
try to roll on evade. I have a 15, so I rolled a 9, so that does not work. I'm going to try healing. I have a 12. And I rolled a 6. I'm going to change die because that's rolling ridiculously low.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm going to try bows. I have a 14. And I rolled a 19, so that goes up. And my last one, I am going to try languages. I have a 12. And I rolled a 13, so that goes up as well. All right,
Sweet.
And that's it for me.
All right, I guess I'll go. I'm going high rollers this time. Acrobatics, I got 16, so I need 14 does not do it. Evade, I've got it 15. 2 does not do it. Switching 20s. Sneaking, I've got it 16. I rolled 16, so yeah, no, it doesn't do it. Hammers, I've
Wait,
got it.
isn't it meets it beats it?
yeah, meets it beats it for this.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then. All right. Then do go
I'd
to
like to
this.
thank Tabletop Journeys for letting me use that phrase because I like that one. Meets it beats
I
it.
mean, they're not the first ones to do it, but okay.
Yeah, but they're the ones who got me into it. So
Yeah.
You're always the
Hammers,
ones that
I've
get
got
you
it
into
8
it.
and rolled a 7. So, all right. So I went up and 1. That's good enough for me.
All right.
You're going to do Corinne?
No, I won't do Corinne right now. I'll do it later. I'll just,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we're not watching.
When you're
Cheater.
not watching and there's no reason to, yeah.
oh,
420s in a row.
Yeah. No, I just mark it and leave it, and we'll see what happens later on.
What are the odds?
But yeah, let us continue, I guess, is what we should do. Well, when we last left off, the party had left the tower, having fully sort of, well, to the best of their ability, investigated the home of the Archmage Kazan Murg the Lesser, or at least his laboratory for candle making, and other things. And left to discover, well, actually, while looking around, you noticed that someone was harassing, or at least trying to harass, the miserable beast. And so the party gathered together, left the place to go confront those individuals, who said they were simply lost travelers looking for some water, and saw this animal and were looking to try and return it to its rightful owner, but it just got ornery and stomped one of their friends. But they had no hard feelings and were going to pack up and leave. And so Bovid, Hjalvard, Grim, Edon, and Argot, and Todd were about to leave when someone noticed
it was
the
me.
marking on Todd's forearm. The horned marking belonging to those who follow the cult of Sathmog.
And then I said in Elvish to my Elvish companion that they're the worshippers of Sathmog.
And so I look at him, and then I look at the rest of everybody else. I was like, do we kill them?
Am I still hanging out with the Lollipop Guild, or did I
Oh
return?
yeah, no, you didn't return. You're still
Yeah.
hanging out with the Archmage.
Why do we want to kill them? Just for their stuff? Do they have nice stuff?
I said do you speak Elvish is the question because I only said this in Elvish.
Well, no, I mean, Brain.
Yeah.
Do you have languages?
No.
Do you, okay, you don't know what they said. It just
Okay.
sounded like.
I'm looking at the numbers, and it is not looking in our favor.
True. But we should be on our guard nonetheless.
We should.
So they continue packing up. Then there's a question asked, of course. So where are you guys coming from? We didn't see you arrive. Well, the woman says, we don't recall seeing you arrive in the valley from the woods. Perhaps maybe from another direction or other part of the lake.
No, we've come through the woods ourselves. The woods are rather thick in this area. If you don't know the path, you might get lost.
Yeah, we saw quite a few people getting lost. We did manage to get quite a bit of fishing in.
Also, a number of turnips.
Oh,
How do you
so there's
would
good
you like some
fishing.
turnips?
There is quite good fishing, actually. Yes. I'll hold up a little piece of fish ration that I had cooked.
Yeah, and turnips make
Smoked.
great bait.
Oh, that's interesting to know.
We are smart.
We were thinking about checking out those ruins by the lake, among those trees.
Oh, if you can get to them, you're more than welcome. It seems to be a bit of a difficult journey.
I pooped in there.
So you've been to the tower?
To poop?
Take your time. With that answer.
Our friend has, yes.
As I said, it was a difficult journey.
There's some exchanged looks between them, and they go, well,
Prepared for the worst.
safe journey to you.
And to you as well.
And they move away and pick up their friend who was pounced and sort of help him along as they go into the tangle of woods that you emerged from not too long ago. Siggy, you can even tell from the way they entered, they are not stumbling in blindly.
And can I tell if they're using some sort of arcane? Well, I don't have any arcane skills.
You have no idea from that, but the one in the back, the two in the back are are a little bit further back than the rest of them, and carefully watching you as they go into the woods, and then disappear.
Smile and
behind-
wave.
Wave.
and then disappear among the trees.
Now, for the rest of everyone who doesn't speak Elvish, and once they're out of earshot, those were the cult members that worship Sathmog, the demon lord.
Should we give them the piece of the statue?
No.
I just smacked brains upside the head.
Ow! What was that for?
Sometimes you talk too much.
So what they are doing is now going back to the tower where our friend was last seen and might probably reemerge. That's bad,
Well, why didn't you say something before, says Balor.
because we were very outnumbered,
Yes.
or slightly outnumbered, and I'm more of a scholar than a fighter.
You sneak up on them.
Yeah, so I'm telling you this now.
Well, do we have this? Well, do you? Well, Karen just looks. But do you guys have the skill to go sneaking up on them?
I do not.
I do. However,
I mean, I can only help as long as I'm singing, and that would not help you sneak. So perhaps I should stay out here.
I'm very sneaky.
do we have reason to believe that the sorcerer was a worshipper of Sathmog?
I had no reason to believe that.
How could we tell?
Well, they had tattoos.
Well, Todd had tattoo.
Todd had a tattoo.
Do you think they don't know, and Todd's going to kill them all?
I have a feeling they know.
Oh, okay.
What were you talking about?
What? Killing Todd?
Who's Todd?
I wonder after the we can certainly
He's never mind.
stealthily follow them back and see what transpires and keep watch awaiting our duck friend.
Oh, our duck friend, yes.
Who?
We did
Or
leave the
count,
town.
or count, and hopefully the sorcerer has ways of knowing, other than strings of bells, when someone is in his tower.
I am going to imagine that that group is going to expect us to follow them. I would presume to not follow them if possible, but arrive at the same location from a different way. Is that possible?
Given the way we went to the tower itself, I was not aware of other alternatives.
Well, think of it this way. There may have been other alternatives to possible, but you found the best path for your party and what their capabilities were, and the easiest for you. Who knows what they did or what they'll have to do.
Okay.
They
So
do not have your bushcraft, possibly. You don't really know what their skill sets are or what skill.
they
skill
looked
points.
fairly confident going in there, so they might have been aided by arcane means or some skilled woodsmen. But we could try going back the way we came, and hopefully it's far enough away from the way they're coming that I won't trip over a pot and alert them.
How many pots in the woods have you seen?
I would find one.
I'd leave it to brains, quite frankly.
To find something? Unlikely. You stumble on
Or
it, stomp it,
Find
and
something
knock it over.
unintentionally.
Oh, yes.
Our quieter party members could range ahead and then come back and get us once that we know the way is clear. And Corinne and I would talk lyrics or something. Well,
I just am not good at sneaking.
I'm certainly capable. We can certainly
We
give it
can
a shot.
definitely, if you want us to give it a try, they're probably going to hear us. Or, oh, that's a terrible idea. I won't suggest that at all.
Oh no, please! I love terrible ideas.
Well, we go in, and if we end up being a distraction, then they can sneak around. But I think that's a terrible idea. Well, some of us could possibly evade such a...
Brains, can you make the journey keeping your mouth shut?
How is he going to breathe?
It's got a nose.
We know that.
Fair point.
I'm kind of looking at both of you talking about me like they're probably making fun of me. I don't like that. But yeah, I can keep my mouth shut.
Great. But he does have a great nose. He can sniff out anything.
See, if I knew we were supposed to follow them, I probably could have caught their scent. But
Yeah, they touch the...
Their scent doesn't go away the moment they disappear. Ah, fuck's sake. Come, let us journey back stealthily along the path we came.
So
And
all
you
of
can
us?
let me know. How about me and
We'll
Brains
take
will-
up the rear, like pretty far back.
So why don't you all, just for giggles but no shits, just give me a, I guess we'll call it a sneaking roll.
Oh boy, this is going
Oh,
to be fun.
made it quite comfortably.
Is it just the party who's ranging ahead, or everyone?
Oh, the party that's ranging it. If you're not going to be stealthy in the back, then don't bother.
I was going to have
Okay.
Brains also sniff out to see if they went a different path than we took.
That might be a good idea.
I'll try, but
I just sneaking. I just went up to 17, and I just rolled a 17, so I just barely made it.
what is it if you don't have the skill?
This should be a derived
There's a-
stat.
Yeah, there's a
Derived-
base skill.
A derived
Is it
base.
it's just half of your
No,
base
there's
skill?
like a range.
No, there is a range.
I didn't write that down.
Yeah, I might want to do that.
It depends on whatever your what's
What's your
agility?
Agility is
attribute?
14.
Agility 14.
It should be a
that
6,
is
then.
a
6.
6. Yeah.
All right, and I got a bane on that. So.
Why? Oh, yeah, all right.
Because you got the armor.
The armor.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I rolled a 1 and a 18.
Well, good thing you're hanging back then.
So somehow, as you guys stealthily slip into the woods, you hear behind you what sounds like a whole bunch of, basically, you seem to have found a nest of all things peacocks. And of course, they make the greatest amount of noise, which we didn't see before. Nobody even knew they were in here. But like, ah! So you just hear a cacophony of birds screaming and screeching, a flying of feathers and so forth. And that's all you hear in the distance behind you somewhere.
Well, that should keep them distracted.
It's probably
Meanwhile,
tasty.
Quivering.
Yes.
And you continue to go through the motions of learning the words and the chants and moving your arms, and he keeps complaining. Again. Are we going to get this down or not?
Quack,
Let's- Don't get don't get saucy with me, Bernays. Learn the moves.
Quack.
All right. Now, raise the hand or the feathered appendage. Not so fast. Slow, quick, and then slide right, and then move it to the left, and extend the feather. Okay.
Now I walk like an Egyptian.
Whatever those are. Is this something from your mysterious island that sank in the sea?
Yes.
That
That
appendage.
and hemorrhoids.
That's to be expected. Boat rides along. Basically, you're going through your instruction with him, and he's just saying, you maintain these forms and continue to practice them as long as the words that you know, which you have apparently have an excellent pronunciation, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You should
You're
be
an
well on
excellent
your-
teacher.
I do not try, but thank you. Once you have it all down, you'll be well on your way to casting more spells. Better spells and more important. Very well. Oh, I did. Well, hopefully your friends are alive. If they messed up, they will be burned and then drowned. That's a mess to clean up. I sincerely hope they haven't done anything foolish.
Oh, they will disappoint you in that regard.
Oh, it is the doom of men that they forget even the slightest amount of decorum. Didn't even bring cake. Oh, wait, you were there. I always bring cake when visiting a wizard. You just make up these rules when you see people, and they always start doing them. It spreads around, and then pretty much everyone in the village is baking a cake and bringing it to you when you want it.
Yep, I will forever be repeating that, just to spread it around.
Oh, always best. Well, now that is done, I suppose we should be returning after dinner tomorrow. Okay. Unless you have some business and we need to get back sooner.
No.
Excellent.
So I'm also teaching him, if he's interested, to learn flick and fetch. If he's interested.
Yes, he is interested in learning flick and fetch.
Yeah, okay, then I will do that.
So,
and I'm buying one sandalwood flavored candle. For
he'll sell you the column. This is the column candle size that we sell.
Okay, that's it. 2 silver.
It's a beginner candle. Yes. Sure.
Okay. All right. I'm erasing 2 silver off of my character sheet and adding 1 candle. This is a wonderful thing for me to buy since I've just learned the light.
Exactly. This will help you practice.
It's about the ambiance.
Candle. Parentheses. Fancy.
Always get them with the add-ons.
Also, it should help, well, after several exposures, if you're in an enclosed area to the candle, it will make it easier for the wolfkin to find you should you be lost in the future.
Oh, it's clever. It's
assuming he's a good tracker. I don't know much about what your wolfkin can do.
Yeah. Part of his head is made from wood, so probably not. But,
okay.
He does the best he can.
Then be careful with the ignite.
Okay.
that is my advice there.
My companion's head is flammable. Nice.
It can be useful to know such things. Nothing like a surprise when your companion comes with a burning brain running in a room. Does liven up a party or two. Well, but yes, why did you come besides instruction into my laboratory?
You're looking for a book, I think. Right?
Ah, yes, it was the book, and not the necrolexicon. All right. Okay.
What was the book? It was a book by the let's see if I get my notes here. The what was the guy's
Sigurd's
name?
Enigmas.
Yes, Sigurd's Enigmas.
Yes, by Sigurd Deepsight. Yes. And you were not sent by Cavago?
No, we were not. Although I believe I met him once, but no, I was not sent by him. I haven't seen him in years.
Well, that's good. Well, best luck next time in finding what you're looking for, but good for you to find something much more useful. Magic.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's been lovely.
Hopefully,
next time with cake.
Next time with cake. Yeah, you are staying for dinner, right?
Yes, of course.
Excellent. Great.
I'm only disagreeable when somebody is not feeding me.
That is a good time to be disagreeable, or anytime you seem vexed. We are wizards, after all. When someone hands you something metal as a gift, I always hate that. Oh, here's my trusty knife. Carry it with you always. I can't cast magic with that damn thing in my hand. I'll stick it in your forehead. Foolish. Now, grandkids. Anyway. Meanwhile, the rest of you, those who are ahead and made your stealthy, sneaking rolls, slip ever closer to the tower. Having the previous path you had followed and knowing which to look for, you're able to get there. Brains, why don't you give me, I guess it's a bushcraft you use for your smelling skill or something, or do you have a special skill because you're a wolfkin? I forgot.
I mean, I have a hunting instincts ability, but that's really more for tracking somebody.
That's might be what we're looking for.
That would probably be what you'd need to make certain you're tracing and tracking where they're going or where they are not.
Yeah. So it's meant to be for creatures in sight is the actual phrasing of it. So if you want me to use a bushcraft, I can roll it, but I'm going to fail.
If you're tracking someone in sight, why do you need a tracking ability? Because you can see them.
So let me go ahead and just read it. Hunting instincts. You can use this ability to designate a creature in sight. It's kind of like the ranger ability in D&D.
Or a creature
you can catch the scent of as your prey. Oh, okay. So it's both. This counts as an action in combat. You can follow the scent of your prey for a full day, and you can spend one full willpower non-action to gain a boon for an attack against your prey. So if you want to rule that I can catch their scent, then
you have
I
the
can follow
lying
them.
before you for a while, and they have touched your donkey and everything else. So yes, I'll give you a chance to catch your scent. But they were talking and so forth.
Okay.
That should be no problem.
Okay. So yeah, I can follow them for a day.
Okay.
Well, let me spend the willpower points.
But based on what you smelled, what you've picked up, they have not crisscrossed or came close to your path. You occasionally get the whiff of their scent coming through the trees a little further to the west of you, but not particularly close. And it's even with you guys having to stop and wait to signal for the rest of your party to move up and catch up, or at least catch up to a place you consider designated. Are you leaving actual sort of signs behind, Siggy, for them
to follow?
Or are you having them stay in visual range?
I would have them stay as far back in visual range, but given that it's woods, I would leave simple marks, bent sticks, or folded, the direction of a turn, that kind of thing.
Okay. After tracking through the woods for some time, not almost as long as it took the last time, but a little bit longer because you guys are trying to be stealthy and quiet about it, you come to that entrance of the tower that's subterranean. You're coming to that entrance. You know where it is. It's up ahead, not too far.
Okay.
But once again, the scent of the other party does seem now much closer.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to look around, see if I can make visual contact with them.
Okay. Chris, why don't you roll me 1d4?
They're close. I can smell them.
3.
Thank you. All right. They are close. Really close. The slant is slightly changed, but you have the entrance that goes down below the ground into the tower, as you did before, and you know of no other way of getting in the tower itself.
Brains, did they go down or around the tower?
I can't tell. They just smell close. So I can't catch a scent from a different direction. It definitely seems like they are the scent's coming from the tower now.
Yes. They may have been ahead of you. You don't really know.
I think they went in.
Okay, I will hang back in the tree lines and look to see if we can see evidence of them either in the windows or making noise through the base of the tower.
Why don't you give me awareness rolls then to try and see if you can hear that, guys?
Awareness, I missed it by what? Damn it.
Okay. Rolled 18.
Okay. As you sit there and the birds are chirping and the breeze is coming through the gnarled and tangled roots and the low-hanging trees and their leaves and the occasional screeching of a colony of peacocks slowly calming down the distance, you do not hear anything that gives you indication that they're inside. No stray talking or noises that you can pick up just because of the noise outside the tower. And because it is daylight, there is no light spilling from any of the open windows like there was the night before with the campfire.
No flash of color in the windows of them passing by them or anything?
No.
Okay.
This feels like a trap, but there's really no evidence of a trap.
It does rather feel like a trap. You keep watch from the woods. I will go down beside the entrance, avoiding line of sight from the entrance.
I'll bring up my short bow too, in case I see something.
I will go wide of the door. I'll go to the wall and follow the wall towards the door and sort of peek around the corner.
Okay. Dane.
Yes.
Dane, you have no idea why you're in the woods again. I suppose. I don't know. But you and Corinne are walking through and she goes, oh, look, up there.
What is it?
It's a sign. It's telling us the way to go.
I look?
Someone has marked the tree. It's a fresh mark.
Can I interpret the sign?
Yes, you can. Based on its indication, let's go this way.
Oh, very well. Let us. Oh, this is dangerous, isn't it?
Ballard just sort of blusters out. Yes.
Oh, all right. So he puts the book that he's been writing in, puts it away, puts on a circlet, and then grabs his bow and arrows.
Good. I'm still not singing until we get closer. And there really is danger. And that I can avoid it.
That's fair. Plus, you don't want to overextend your voice.
Exactly. I'm glad that you understand the demands that are put upon me every single day on this walking.
So we follow the sign.
Okay. You follow the sign.
Do you want a bushcraft roll or anything like that?
Sure.
Or
Why not?
do we not need it because of the signs?
You can give me a bushcraft roll and a boon.
All right. We'll do that.
How about that?
2 4s. So yes, I make it. I have a 13
Yes.
bushcraft.
You can easily follow and actually see the next sign, and then you think, well, this is when you realize that I do remember we were following them and we should be in visual range after 2 markings. And you do not see them. You just see the entrance to the tower. Because you guys went down into the tower, correct?
We didn't go into the tower.
No.
You did?
Brain stayed at the tree line, and I was up against the wall of the tower by the entrance.
Okay, you see the entrance of the tower, but you do not see them immediately.
Aren't we supposed to be able to see them at 2 markers?
Maybe they went in the tower.
But they're not supposed to.
Why?
Oh, you always say they don't listen.
Oh, good point.
Especially when you ask them to clean out your boots and make you dinner.
I know, and carry things.
Yeah.
Well,
Very strange.
Brain does sometimes. He's really good at carrying things.
All right. Well, let's move a little closer then.
All right. Let's be quiet. See, there's no really attempt to be quiet. They just stop talking and sort of stumble through. You two can actually hear and see the whole entire exchange. As the 3 of them enter out of the clearing and start heading towards the tower.
I'm just furiously making the stop sign. Just no, stop.
Do you want a spot hidden or anything?
Sure. Because you guys are being stealthy, so we'll do that.
Regular or with a boon?
We'll just say regular.
Okay. Nope.
Yes.
17 on out of my 15. Nope.
Yeah, so Corinne, too, is like, this way. We have to be quiet, she says in a very loud whisper. We don't want anybody to know we're here. And Bala goes, here? Where? There. But yeah, they do not seem to see you at this point. And head towards the entrance.
But we see them.
Yes, you can see
Oh
them
yeah, we
clearly.
see them.
What if this is a glinting gold chainmail?
He's wearing gold chainmail with a
glowing diadem.
With a glowing diadem on his head. And Corinne is not one known for wearing like, I'm going to wear stealthy. No. It's performance clothing.
Corinne's got a beautiful hat full of peacock plumage now. Just hundreds of.
These will sell for so much.
I stopped paying attention to them. I'm really okay. okay, these guys are bait now. This is perfect. I'm so glad they did this. And I'm looking around. I'm checking the trees. I'm checking the tower.
Give me a spot hidden then.
All right. Again, I'm terrible at this, but I fail.
Ooh, I got it. That one. I made it by 3.
Okay. You do spot two of the individuals that you saw in the party earlier. They're hidden among the trees and the bushes, watching them enter. If your memory serves you correct, one was named Algot, and the other one was named, you think, Grim?
Where's Todd? Where's
But you don't
fucking
see
Todd?
Todd. You don't see Eden. You don't see Havald or Bovid.
So I will keep watch on them.
The
I will try and make eye contact with Brains and indicate the direction to them.
It's not particularly hard. He's sort of looking around too. You can just sort of just like move your hand and sort of signal and point towards him. But one thing you notice is, unlike you, where you have bows and are ready to attack from a distance, they seem to be just hiding there, daggers out, waiting in the foliage.
So they have their weapons out.
But take no move to attack. They just sort of watch right now.
I will keep watching them. And as our stumbling party gets close to the door, if they get within hearing range, I'll just quietly say, keep walking.
Okay. Well, yeah, they head straight towards the door. And you say, keep walking. Corinne seems to comply. You're not really sure it's because she heard you or not, and so does Ballard. Dane, you can make a awareness roll, I guess.
Okay. I hit it on the nose.
You distinctly hear Siggy's elvenly sort of whispered, keep walking.
I continue to walk.
Yeah, this does seem oblivious, and do keep walking ahead towards the door. I think they're down here. They went inside, possibly.
So I'll do it I'll come and do a real whisper. No, they're not.
What? Oh, what?
Do I know what languages Corinne speaks? Just being around Corinne?
Yes. She probably doesn't spell. She speaks the common tongue. And maybe a little halfling. That's about it.
Can I see if I know halfling?
Yes. I mean, you just make a roll. Yeah.
I rolled a demon.
Everybody knows a
I
little
rolled a
halfling.
20. I rolled a 20.
Nope, you've never had any use for it. They were happy folk, not the most scholarly as far as things you want to know. I mean, yes, they can tell you endless amounts about how they're just related to one another, or particular recipes on this and that. But and usually they're not very. But as far as reckonings and so forth, it's only through genealogy where you get reckonings of what's happened in the places. So people don't tend to utilize them as they say like a last resort.
I start talking about halflings and forget what I was going to say.
Well, let's not do this here. And obviously, you've never been.
No, I haven't, and I'm dying to go. I want to know more about halflings.
You just can't have anyone coming into Sattlewood. I mean, only Sattlewood has Sattlewood,
I am a respected guild member.
Well, I suppose.
In training.
That could help.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I should be whispering. That could help. As she goes bounding down the stairs and Bella after her. This had better be something worthwhile as he's moving all his
I am casually walking, but I am tensed on the bow.
Okay. They descend the stairs. And the two slip out of the woods, out of the bush to sort of move in behind them, quietly. Not too close, but quietly enough to sort of close up.
But dagger's still drawn?
Yes, dagger's still drawn. They apparently did not see you, though.
I make eye contact with the Stiggy again, and I'm like, I've got my bow out, and I like.
I just keep holding until they get to a reasonable range between us, so that we have them more or less flanked.
Okay.
What kind of apparel were they wearing? Just simple clothes?
Oh, yeah, they seem to have some sort of like mostly simple like peasant sort of a clothes, some sort of like cloaks and like a tunic, but no particular armor that you can see. Be it even
And as they approach, we haven't seen any sign of the other four.
No.
They're probably inside, but
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
just
see
stupid to know
any
that.
sign of the other four.
So I will call out. You lost your friends.
That's a bit startling. Well, for one of them, you think it's probably Grim, who spins on his heels, dagger sort of level up, looking, and looks at you. The other one who just sort of like is a bit stunned and sort of turning slowly, says, "Yes."
I'm staying hidden, by the way. I'm not making a sound.
They haven't seemed to have passed through here.
Well, we're going to check out the tower here. It looks dangerous.
I just came from there. It's quite quiet in there. Very boring.
Well, we could use a blowing place to rest that's safe then. The woods can be treacherous.
Why might you have your draggers drawn following our friends there?
So looking blankly, one looks at the other and goes, Sathmog! Loose! So, actually, you know what I'm really surprised about? I wouldn't consider this. We're going to just go ahead with initiative anyway. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. Let me, for this battle right outside the tower, you do have a few improvised weapons, but we'll go into those after the initiative. Well, basically, they are. There appears to be some sort of poisonous snake, like a viper, on a branch nearby, a patch of dirt, a low-hanging branch, and a wasp nest.
Ooh. Do I get any kind of sneak attack, surprise attack? thing?
I was looking at that. I think you should be able to get a sneak attack since you are unknown and not talking to them. So you should be able. You've made your sneaking. You've moved close enough to attack with your weapon. Well, the thing is, it's usually a melee attack combat weapon, so within 2 meters. But why don't you give me? Actually, let me just double check that because that might just be
Yes, it's
only
melee.
if you have to use a. So let me just double check that quick. You're calling a sneak attack. Just need to make a sneak roll. Living close enough to attack a melee attack or within 2 meters of the most weapons. Gives you a bane if you fail, your enemy notices. If you succeed, the attack counts as a surprising, which means you can choose the initiative cards you want. You also get a boon on the attack. The target neither gets to dodge or parry. And using a subtle weapon gives you an ambush. It's kind of a special kind of like sneak attack. And this is where you're sort of waiting for the enemy to pass you by. In this case, each victim makes an awareness roll, which they have already failed, and then it just basically, and then you basically just get the bottom card. They get the bottom card.
Rules as written. I guess what I'm trying to do doesn't really fit either one.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm thinking that we'll go with this as far as the call, which is probably a dangerous one. Why don't you give me a sneak roll?
Okay.
Okay.
3.
Okay. And we'll go ahead and treat this as a sneak attack since you were unseen. They failed to notice you were ready, as far as what I had rolled earlier. And we'll proceed from there.
Yeah, I want to choose initiative card number 1, basically.
Initiative card number 1.
So we're still doing initiative, I guess.
Yeah. So you have a 1. Chris. 3.
I'll take it.
Tier.
There you go.
8.
That makes sense.
We'll give Balor and Kren. Balor, we're going to 5. And Kren will go on a 7. And the cultists will go on a 2.
Ooh.
Quiverwing. You're enjoying a great dinner. But he does tell you something important. He does tell you one thing, that within that same vault that he has his candle making is where he has basically a scrying pool. And that is, in the scrying basin, that is what the skulls are for. They help charge a scrying spell so you can look in there and see things. Very useful. Always have a place away from everything else where you can usually quietly, look at the visions in places far away. They're not always clear, but you want to have a clear head yourself to be able to try and interpret them properly.
That's very interesting.
So if they haven't destroyed it, we'll try it out sometime when you come back.
Okay. Why would you keep that not here? Why would you keep that in the tower?
I find the skulls disturbing when they sing. They chant. And you don't want that in your house.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because sometimes I think they just chant when no one's there, chattering among themselves. Oh, thanks, Father.
Those are the best pies.
And he'll pass some more buttery potatoes your way. So, let's try initiative. Ones.
Yeah, so which one of them would I have caught the scent of earlier?
Oh, well.
Because that's who I'm attacking.
Well, with your discerning smell, you got maybe Algott's smell of the two that are here.
All right. Algott's...
He is stronger because apparently he is a fan of garlic and rhubarb.
Those are the best pies.
Algott's going down because I'm spending a willpower point to go along with my hunting instincts to give me a boon. And I have a boon from the sneak attack, so I'm rolling 3d20 to hit.
And you are using what weapon?
Short bow.
Okay, so not a subtle one.
Ooh, Jesus Christ. That would have been really bad. So I rolled a 4, a 19, and a demon. So I'm going to go with the 4.
Okay. Because of sneak attack, he cannot use his action to
dodge or
parry.
So I roll a d10 for 8. Ooh, and a 6 for my agility bonus damage. So 14 points.
With one quick pop up as you pop up from behind the bush and fire a bow, and the arrow slings through the air, hitting him dead in the throat and poking out the back of his skull as he topples forward.
Yeah, sure. Get that arrow back.
It's like, you should probably drop that dagger.
Weirdly, he's talking to the one he just killed, not the guy who's just in him.
He doesn't know that.
Give me my arrow back.
Well, okay. Well, yes. He will level his dagger and move towards the stairs. Well, actually, towards the woods, I guess, because you have people downstairs. This is not going well for
I'm in the woods. He's coming towards me.
No, he's going to go. There's lots of woods. The whole tower is surrounded with woods. He's just not going to the entrance.
Yeah.
He's going back to the woods he was hiding at, trying to head back, just sort of facing you, dagger out, watching, and shouts. And shouts. Well, he already shouted Sathmog. That's when he first started. But he goes, "They have the book."
I shout back, who has the book?
What?
What's
Damn
the
it.
book?
Actually, he doesn't say he has the book. He just say, "They must have the book. They've spoken to the mad wizard."
I still shout, who has the book?
He does not answer as he sort of moves back towards the woods. Oh, crap. He can hear crap. Okay, so that's ones and twos. 3.
I will hold an action.
Okay.
Keep my bow trained on that fellow.
Well, Balor will pull out his hammer. And
Well, let me ask, would Balor switch initiatives with me since I'm at the end of the line?
sure, he'll be happy to switch with you.
Okay, because it only makes sense that
Yep.
I'm at the very end.
Yeah, so he'll switch with you. So you get a 5.
All right. So I'll come back up because my bow is already drawn and shoot at the person with the dagger.
Okay.
I make it.
So he will try to evade. Well, he tried.
Didn't work.
Give it the old college try.
No, but he gave it the college try. Aha!
No! Why?
And you hear, whispered from the stairs, I think you got him! Ooh.
8 points of damage. And as he lets it go, he says, "Never joke about books."
The arrow strikes him in the thigh. And he begins beating fiercely, but he tries to still move away, holding his dagger up like it's some sort of shield against the inevitable doom that is his own. Grim is a very grim man indeed.
Okay. And that's my action.
Yes, Corinne will come up the stairs. Well, I guess she'll go and try and stab him. Well, that just seems very forward. No.
And I mean, think about all those brand new peacock quills. I mean,
Yeah, she'll come up the stairs and observe the whole situation, standing to the side to let Balor come up. But pulls out her lyre. This might be helpful.
Balor, the tunnel. Watch the tunnel.
Okay, you say that?
Yes.
Okay. He just pulls out his hammer and spins and looks down the tunnel and just sort of watches.
And I keep scanning the tree line for the other 4 that are missing.
There are no others. We have one man who is trying to retreat with a arrow in his thigh. The other one is definitely dead, lying face down in the ground.
Super dead.
Yeah, I will make my way away from the tower and start walking towards the guy, slowly making his way to the woods with my bow drawn at him. It's like, I suggest you drop your dagger, sir.
You gonna try and persuade him to drop his dagger?
I imagine Corgan Stonehammer could.
Or intimidating him?
I mean, I guess I would try intimidating. What would that be?
Bluffing?
I'm not bluffing. I will kill him if he doesn't drop the dagger.
I'm actually holding
Persuasion.
back right now.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh, that'll be a difficult roll, but holy shit! I made it with a 2 out of 4.
Wow.
Did not think that was going to happen.
He drops the dagger, just sort of, and sits down like Humperdinck, grabbing his things.
Wise choice. Where are your friends?
Well, we had a great plan of following the symbol back, but they got a little separated. I think they've gone in, but if you got out, that meant the skeletons had been dealt with, or at least pacified. They're inside.
What skeletons?
The skeletons that attacked! There were like thousands of them. We had to flee. In the night.
We had no skeletons.
And how did... Wait. You guys didn't have any skeletons at all. Like literally was like tons of skeletons. With crossbows and shields. And the skeleton-like teethy grins.
So you were searching for the book, were you?
Well, the book would be useful, but more than likely we're hoping that the mad mage would be able to give stuff about things.
This will only end poorly for you if you don't choose to cooperate. If you tell me what you know, perhaps we'll let you on your way. If you choose not to, you have no purpose for us.
He looks at the tower again.
Or the very angry halfling.
She goes ding 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 ding.
No, I meant the other one.
Oh, oh, that one.
Wait, the one who thinks she's a dwarf?
Yes.
Meanwhile, Quiverwing. He's just passed you a very nice cordial after your dinner. You're now enjoying lemon cakes and frosted strawberries. And then you hear this sort of like flushing noise. Like, and he goes, oh dear, that doesn't bode well for your friends.
What's going on? Let's go look through the scrying table.
Well, the scrying table basin is at the tower.
It's at the tower, yeah. Sure.
So, usually that means that the window's opened. Because somebody was fucking around with things they shouldn't have been, and they found out. Abraca-F, that kind of thing.
So you have a magical trap on something?
Yes. You always have magical traps. I usually just set everything on fire and then flood it afterwards, but not there.
Well, I suppose I should see to their well-being.
Yes. Well, we'll have to finish this later. Here, take this kitten. He gives you a small ceramic kitten.
Oh, thank you very much.
Go outside, smash it on the ground. It'll take you back to where you need to go.
Okay, will do. Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful evening. Next time with cake.
Yes, once the tower gets repaired, bring cake, because I was kind of pissed having to fix that. If your friends are responsible, which I know. I suspect they are too. Yeah. Bring cake, and we'll see about that book.
If
you were looking to purchase.
I'll come back. I think you said 10 gold, right?
Yes, 10 gold.
Yeah, 10 gold. All right. I think we can work that out. Thank you so much again, and I'll chastise them properly.
Yeah, and he'll give you the secret wizard handshake.
I'll smash the kitten.
You appear in the first chamber you guys entered, where the stairwell opened.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you appear in that room where there's still the littered. I think you guys left the skeletal bones there and everything else, and but it had been stripped. And you do see the stairwell down, but you see water sort of bubble up from it profusely. Like there's that whole stairwell in the ground. It's like water just washes up, and then slowly recedes.
Huh.
But you also see Balor at the doorway near the exit, who's now just staring befuddled at you. You're back.
Yes. Balor, what the hell is going on here?
We left the tower to go save the donkey.
Noble pursuit. Okay.
And the people who were harassing him said they were done and were going to go down here. Riffraff, if you ask me. Well, then most people are.
Oh, so you allowed someone entrance into the wizard's domain?
Oh, we didn't allow, but we didn't exactly. He has skeleton security.
Were any of our friends down there?
No. We think that they went down there first, but then some tried to ambush us, and I think they're now dead. So I was waiting for anybody to come up from the stairs. But all I saw now is you appear, and the sound of a small cat meowing, and water.
So I look down the stairs. Is the water receding?
It's receding slowly down the stairs, yeah.
I'll follow it down.
Shouldn't we get the others?
You think there's something down here in this room that can hurt me now that it's been waterlogged?
No, wizard, I think not. But he'll just shout up, I think they're dead. Quiverwing got them.
That'll add to my reputation.
So I turned to the one who's bleeding on the ground. Says, see, we have no one else to help you. You might as well cooperate with us if you want to get out of here.
I'd really like to die in the woods. In these woods, by lake.
I'd much rather die in the sewers of a city.
I'd rather much die of old age, watching my grandchildren play around me. I'm not yet married, but I'll work on that. I promise. Honestly. God, colds are hard.
It's just get up into the tunnel with you.
Got their arrow in thigh.
Oh, I can get that for you.
Where you put it there?
Oh, good. It's still intact.
If you cooperate, we'll bandage you later. It's fine. Go forward.
He seems willing to cooperate rather than get bandaged. Quiverwing, you head down the stairs. The rest of you exit. No, Brain, your arrow is gone. It is completely useless. you're not even sure you can find the pit. Find the tip unless you dig through the back of his head profusely, which is probably not beyond you, but really not worth the effort, you think?
Also, you're gnawing at his ankle.
Because he does still smell of garlic and rhubarb. And now
blood.
brain gore.
Yeah, I'd take a look once over, grab his dagger, throw it in my sack, and start to head downstairs.
They have like basically some like he has like a travel rations, a small packet that has some papers and stuff, or some, I wouldn't say papers, just paper, like little slips of like parchment with a series of symbols on them, a small sculpture of something that doesn't look right. Some incense sticks, which, and that's about it. And then flint and steel.
All right, sounds good.
That you're looting his body right there in front of his companion, giving a preview of what he has in store if he chooses to be able to cooperate. But yes, you once again going on the stairs. That's so that you can see the water is sort of drains through that grate that was on the floor. Mm-hmm. But you can still hear rushing water elsewhere, and you can try the door because the door is closed.
So I think what happened is that a couple of robbers of some kind came in here, and there was a magical trap that was sprung, and the room filled with water and theoretically drowned them. Is that all?
That's what you believe, yeah.
Okay.
You won't know until for certain until you open the door, but or it could happen here. There's
I will
nobody's
open
in
the
there.
door. I will open the door then.
It takes a bit of work because it's a waterlogged, it's been some damage, but it does open. And the room that you once saw with its organized tables and its candles and the cauldron and everything has been swept away by a torrent of water that's washed through this whole entire place. Everything is smashed and is pretty much lost. The only thing that seems to be remaining in place is the bookshelves with the ceramic skulls and the basin floating on a plume of green smoke. Everything else looks a total wreck and mess.
I assume that scrying is a spell.
Yes.
Okay.
It is. So this is an object that has a spell permanently put upon it.
Oh. So I could try to scry.
If you can get
to.
if you can do the willpower, if you can spend the willpower or get the skulls to sing the chant. The skulls look a bit, bedraggled because they've just been underwater. And there's occasional fish you can see flopping around the ship, which is bioluminescent, by the way. But once again, the windows that were there before seem to be back in place.
Yeah, I'll try to scry. Let me see if I can. I'll see what I can do to get the skulls to sing.
Okay, why don't you work on that? Maybe some spellcraft or not spellcraft, but sorry.
My spells.
Yes, yes.
Or are you looking for a knowledge roll?
Yeah. Yeah, I need like a knowledge roll. So I'm something like myth and legends is what we can use to try and figure out what enchantment to get them started, because there really is no true like disciplinary skill of that. So yeah, we'll go with that.
I rolled a 5. I made it. Oh, sorry. You want to go do something else first?
Yeah.
Right.
You recall, so you can start working on that. It's trying to get them started. The rest of you guys lead him back into the tower. And there's Balor sitting there, goes, I think he killed the rest of them.
Oh, good?
I don't, yeah, he went down the stairs.
Who?
I mean, he appeared with a cat's meow, and then water rushed up the stairs.
The Archmage?
Yeah, no, Quiverwing.
Oh, so somebody probably just opened
the Archmage Quiverwing.
Somebody just probably opened the window downstairs.
No, that's less impressive, but probably true. That is more fitting with things than I suppose. But yeah,
I guess I'm glad I didn't do that.
That's because you're very smart. You're very smart, brains.
I am. Did you see that shot? Oh man, I
never didn't see it.
I elbow the captive. I was like, did you see that shot? That was pretty great, wasn't it? You ever seen a shot like that before?
Hopefully not that close ever again. But
let's head downstairs.
Meanwhile, I won't take the prisoner downstairs. We'll keep him up top.
Oh, I mean, you sure? Okay. Okay.
Unless you want to see what happened to your friends.
No, I'm good. We'll stay here. We'll stay here.
So you're telling me about the book and who wanted who you're retrieving it for and what they were retrieving it for.
Well, the book will... We're the second part of an expedition to the Temple of the Purple Flame. We were hoping to question aggressively the wizard Sathmog. We believe he may know the secrets of Karashbal.
And what were you seeking to do at the Temple of the Purple Flame?
In Karashbal, there's a way of reaching the demon temple of our Lord Sathmog in his own realm.
It seems your Lord Sathmog doesn't have a whole lot of use for the lot of you.
We were sent by Abraca-F. He gave us his mission. We were just sent as a secondary to go find this information for them. The main, well, that's true. The A team is probably at the Purple Temple of the Purple Flame, but we're kind of like the B team. But we still have important things we can do.
Do I hear this conversation
Fertilize
going
the
on?
grounds?
Nope, unless you stayed upstairs. I mean, did you?
No, not unless I was indicated to. No.
No, not unless you wanted to.
No. But those who descend the stairs, you do see the doorways open. They are wet, and inside you see the whole entire laboratory is completely a mess. Candles are gone. The tables are smashed. Bookshelves are completely destroyed, except for the ones holding the ceramic skulls. And amidst, and of course, the bodies of the cultists you saw before, and a couple of broken skeletons. But amidst all this carnage, standing over a stone basin held up by a column of green smoke, is Quiverwing, raising his hands in a sort of conductory mode as you hear the skulls clear their non-existent throats. Completely ignoring this whole entire scene of utter chaos to apparently do some sort of incantation.
Oh, he took over.
Wow. I mean, that's
quite the impressive scene.
And then the skulls began chanting. You made the mystic rule. They begin to sing. They provide the willpower to charge the basin. And
Does it require any willpower from me?
No.
Oh, okay. And can I direct it in any particular location or time or?
You can gaze in it. It sort of looks through. You can look through, depending on how much willpower you want to gather. You can go back so far in time, because you're actually, compounding the number of power levels it goes as far as each level. So basically, you can sort of conjure places, maybe, or maybe individuals. If you have to sort of invoke them with the thing.
Or can I scry for an object?
Perhaps if you know the name, it'll show you where the object is, and yes, you could.
All right, so I'm going to search for a fragment of the statue.
Okay.
I mean, because that's what we're all trying to do, right? I mean, that's a goal. Searching for the statue, mixing the bowl.
Okay.
Looking, thinking,
And
seeing.
how far back in time do you want to go? Days?
1 week.
A year?
Just now. Now
A
it's
century?
fine. Where is it now?
Okay. It is very close, it seems. Very close. In some sort of pouch or wrapped in cloth or something.
No, not the one that we have.
The vision blurs and disappears. And the skulls stop singing.
One of the ones we don't have. Because we have pictures of the 4 pieces on the 4 corners of the map, right?
Yep.
So I know effectively the object. So I'll just pick one of the ones that we don't have.
You know what it looks like, but having no intimate knowledge of the object, you use the scrying. It is, and how far back in time do you want? Today?
I want to know where it is today, yeah.
Okay. The smoky vision and the mercury pool in the pool clears up, and there is an image. It shows some sort of towering structure in the mist. A foreboding feeling. And then the image is gone.
A tower. There's a tower in a mist. A foreboding tower in a mist is where one of our pieces of the statue is today.
It's not this tower, right?
No. This tower is just quite friendly.
And pretty broken down.
Yeah. This is a foreboding misty tower. Somewhere in the Misty Vale, I assume.
Yes, because the Misty Vale is always misty, but yes.
Yeah.
Which piece is in this tower?
I was.
You are unable to determine that.
Yeah, you can pick any of the three. I didn't care.
So, and that's what it does.
Yeah, where's the other guy? Where's the old guy?
He's at home, hanging out.
Is this your home now?
No, this is his workplace.
Okay.
What did you guys do to his workplace?
We didn't do it.
Oh,
It was these dead guys.
okay.
I think they opened the window.
Were they dead before they made the mess?
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't test them.
All
They
things are possible here.
They worship Sathmog.
That's surprising.
Oh yeah, look, and I'll just go like lift up a dead arm with a tattoo on it.
Well, you have to lift up Todd's. The other one, you try lifting another arm, they don't seem to have tattoos.
Oh, I lift
in
up
that arm.
Todd's.
Okay, Todd's got a tattoo.
Plus, they all started screaming Sathmog, 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 and tried to kill us.
Technically, the two upstairs did.
Yeah. I mean, these other ones could have been entirely innocent and just killed by an unfortunate, defenstration, accident. But
It could have been hirelings.
Well, careful who hires you, I suppose.
Now, what was the name of the person who the guy said hired them?
No, he didn't say hire them.
Or whose orders they were acting on, rather.
A vision from Abraca-F. He came and sent us visions. He who has been here since the dragon emperor fell. Greatest servant of Sathmog. Here in this world. He too will take all. He will stand and stride from his isle and punish those who have stood against the chaos that is to come from our demon lord master's reign. At least that's what it said in the book that I read in the manual. They're told to deliver it that way, otherwise,
what was the name of the greater servant?
You're downstairs.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, I'll obviously relay that when you all come upstairs, but
No, I don't know.
Until then, I would like to point out what's the attrition rate of your demon lord servants, because at this rate you can't last very long.
We're not allowed to look at. Oh, he's been around for a while, and the cults. We're everywhere. Wait, let me do it. We're everywhere. Yes, that sounds more menacing. Maybe I'm getting lightheaded because I'm losing so much blood through my thigh hole.
We'd work on that if you'd answer all the questions. Like, who might you know at, say, Outskirts, who might be part of your little club?
The ones who serve him. I don't know. I haven't been to. I mean, it's a cult with cells. And you don't know who's. And there's secret markings and handshakes and things. I mean, I guess that they may change regionally, depending on who's the overlord of the cult. Yes, but yeah, we're everywhere, and sometimes we don't even know we're all there.
So you have no means of identifying others who are part of your party in a new location.
He will pull down his shirt and show you his symbol of, you can that way you can sort of flash him a bit of skin with a tattoo.
Well, then I'll take it and yank that off his neck.
No, it's a tattoo.
Oh,
yes.
does he? Perhaps I will take it. Okay.
You know, something, it just that way you can, let people know, something under the fur, hidden from sight on the skin, hidden under plumage in the right place.
Now,
And then when you have the moment, you say the words or, flash them the symbol. And,
what words?
It varies regionally. But usually it's like, Hail Sathmog kind of thing. I mean, most people don't want to say that.
Subtle. Very subtle.
Well, you got to keep it simple. And it might be some variant of Hail Sathmog or Sathmog, the ever-living. Well, that's actually not him. That would be, he does live, but he never dies. It's more like Azrael. Azrael-Koth, the ever-living. Sathmog took this decayed form. That kind of thing he sings. He says that a lot, but, I've only been on the island once. Actually, that's a lie. I haven't been on the island. I was on a boat that was close to the island.
So with the guy I'm questioning, if I can't get any more information out of him, I will make sure he has nothing left in his
what kind of
pockets.
information do you want?
Wondering.
My mother makes a really good rhubarb and garlic pie, which I think is horrible, but I never told her that. But Algot, who got the arrow to the throat, used to love it, so I always keep in mind, even though she made them, and I never ate them.
Well, to whom are they to deliver the book? Where?
Oh, we were supposed to take the book. Once we found, supposed to take the book to the rest of the team. Well, okay, Alpha team, at the Temple of the Purple Flame.
Do you know what those people look like? Their names? How many of them there were?
Hundreds.
A team is hundreds, and the B team is 6.
Well, not really hundreds. I would say maybe there were 10 to 15 of them. There were a lot of teens being sent there.
Right. Empty your pockets, empty your pouch.
Ow. Okay.
Speaking of that, I'm going to be examining the bodies and going, seeing what they have on them, looking for these tattoos downstairs.
Okay. Well, some tattoos are thankfully easier to find
Their
than
pants?
others.
I am a scholar, sir.
Why
I am
not?
thorough.
And I wear pants.
But you, as far as what they're carrying, you find a very similar thing where they do have a flint and steel. They probably had. One you figure it might have been incense at one time, but the water has completely sogged and dissolved it. They had slips of parchment which are now sogged, and whatever symbols on them are gone. But there appears to be a little small statue in there that reminds you of, with its horned visage and so forth, you believe to be a cow. But they all appear to have various different sort of little statuettes in their pockets, which depict different types of farm animals.
Oh, hey, Bane. I got this piece of paper from that guy. It's got a bunch of squiggly bits on it, and I think you like that kind of thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were talking to me.
Yeah.
Do you say my name wrong?
What did I say?
You said Bane.
Yeah.
No, my name is Dane. No, it's Stain. I say your name correctly.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said Bane.
Yeah,
But I'll look at your squiggly lines.
Oh, here you go.
All right. So I'll look at this piece of paper with squiggly lines on it.
There are a series of symbols on the lines. That's
Can I interpret them?
With some study and time, yes, you can.
I will do that.
Okay.
I'll pack it away and put it in my book.
Right. So basically, there is a lot of debris, a lot of soggy books around and so forth, plenty of candle, a large, huge bunch of just stuff covered with various parts of candle wax, because apparently that cauldron must have spilled everywhere, and candles. Some intact, if you were to take them. Since he makes those big column ones, which can usually handle a good bashing, but
They can handle a good flushing.
good flushing.
Okay. Quiverwing, how much longer do you need to be here?
Quiverwing, I can tell you right now, you just did 2 strike thing. If I will not be able to do it for a while now. How long it'll take to recharge depends on the spell, but you don't know the nature of how these skulls work. But they do work in conjunction with.
I don't want to overwork my friends' skulls. So I'll let them rest their voices. So I mean, it's something to go on anyway. I'm sure on the map there's a unlimited number of foreboding towers.
I've identified several.
So we should start knocking them off the list.
I'm happy to. I mean, maybe the Oracle can help us further too.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get out of here.
Do I find anything on the guy who's still alive? Apart from the rations, Flint and Steel, does he have the squiggly papers as well?
Yes, he does have the squiggly papers as well. And his statuette is of a goat.
Well, I'll make note of his tattoo, and I'll return his rations to him and tell him, you should be on your way.
I've got a hole in my leg. And
I'll bandage his leg.
Oh, thank you.
And tell him to find more gainful employment than working for someone who didn't seem to care much about his friends.
Well, that would be great. I think I'll look into it. See if that works out for me.
I'll leave him, like I said, his rations and his clothes, and send him out on his way.
He will head out into the woods if you will let him go. Yes.
I do.
The rest of you can spend some time searching or going out or whatever. There's a few fragments that can be found of things, but most have been destroyed by the water itself, it seems. That weren't, the one thing you don't seem to see here, or at least the book with a heavy burnished bronze cover and a large eye made of ivory and lapis.
Yeah.
That dominates the center with light's rays among the wreckage and debris in debris that you can discern. There is other things you can find that are in, not the best condition, but you did pick up some things or saw some things earlier, but most of it seems to be a total loss.
I would suggest we leave because that Archmage will probably return and not be in the best of moods.
Yeah,
in
for once, it's
Quiverwing,
not my
you do
fault.
realize they still have no cake.
Oh, I'll leave a note. I write a note on a piece of parchment. Sorry about the mess. Don't have cake, but please accept these three preemptive skeletons, or 4 preemptive skeletons. I'll just put it on the pile of bodies.
Not sure if leaving him our litter is exactly a boon.
It wasn't our litter.
P.S. We did not make this mess. That was them, the skeletons.
That was them.
The future skeletons.
There's a little arrow.
That was them. Well, having got some questions from the man, scouted the place, you can probably camp here, not downstairs. You think that might be unwise, but at least in the tower for the night before heading out. At least it'll be protected and you can keep a guard and watch. For those who want to sleep under the stars, you still can because there is no roof in the tower. So for once, everyone's able to feel a bit safe and camp for the evening. There is no particular danger that seems to come except for the occasional screech of peacocks deep in the woods.
Okay. I'll study the drawings and the squiggles, and I'll get the story from
Sigyn.
From Sigyn.
Yes. So when you go to from the parent story, you guys are able to gather they are sent by some entity or some powerful priest or something known as Azrael-Koth.
What do they know about this guy?
Myths and legends might be a good thing to make a roll for.
Azrael-Koth, the greater servant of Sathmog.
Make it. No, I won't. Actually, I failed it. Sorry.
I failed it horribly. I got a demon.
What are you rolling?
Not even rolling.
Is this myth and legends?
Myth and legends.
May I roll it as well?
I thought you were.
Oh no, I hadn't done that yet. I was transcribing what Siggy told me, so now I roll myth and legend. Oh, wow. I actually failed for once.
I believe he is a caterer in.
So, fortunately, Corinne makes it. Azrael Koth. I believe he was a priest from thousands of years ago. He became the herald of Sathmog. And Sathmog proclaimed his demonic realm on the world of humans. It lasted for 2 centuries. Azrael Koth was there. It was a time of darkness and great evil, but also one of incredible expansion by humans at the expense of this elder kin, the dwarves, the elves, the giants, and halflings. During those 2 centuries, as time passed, there was, of course, opposition that grew against Sathmog. And that is where the hero Eladane rises, summons an ancient dragon, and charges into guarding the world against the demonic influence that would destroy us all. And then the Great War, of course. I remember thinking Azrael Koth was captured, but since he had been made immortal by his master, I believe Eladane could not slay him, so he was imprisoned in a crypt on an island somewhere on the lake, guarded by sentinels until the end of time, to prevent him from rising ever again. And that's what I know, at least from song. It is the tale of the tale of dragon and demons.
So, Siggy, from the story you just told me about the person with the hole in the leg you just let go, who signed up to be a Sathmog worshiper, said something about an island, and they said something about this Azrael Koth, who was imprisoned on an island in a lake. So that's very likely that might be the same place.
Or more unlikely that he's simply just repeating any dogma that he's heard from his own religion.
It's possible. But some religion is based on some historical events.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but some just say, I've had every experience that everybody important in my religion has had too.
Well,
but,
we might just want to keep that in the back of our minds.
This sounds like the bad kind of religion. Like,
oh, it's definitely bad.
Yeah, like where the priest plays acoustic guitar during service.
Oh, God. Nothing like classic cult music happening.
I'm going to study these parchments for a little bit, and then I'm going to go to sleep and not think about that anymore because it hurts my brain.
I feel fine.
So in the morning, we will continue on towards the Oracle.
I guess, unless we know which tower that is. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know about certain things. We know about. Let me recall the towers that we know about.
Yeah, someone said the Oracle was in the tower, right? Or no? Or was that a?
No, the Oracle is near here, but it is not in a tower.
In a cave.
Okay, so we are in Vindegard, the tower near the deep black lake of Ebon Hostra. There is this was supposed to be, there is the Sentinel Watch for the Sorcerers of the Alabaster Ring, which we don't know anything about, except that it was dedicated centuries past.
Mm-hmm.
The Starcatcher Tower, which glitters like moonlight, and is the archive of the Dragon Emperor's relic, and it's in the north, and it's indicated on a map here, thanks to our Archmage friend. That should have a piece of the statue in it, but it doesn't sound like the one you were talking about. There's the Troll Spire, which I don't know very much about. All I know is it cannot be confused with the Starcatcher Tower. And then there is the Temple of the Purple Flame, which is where this other Alpha team likely is, if this bandit could be believed, where they went to go. That has a possible piece of the statuette. And that's all of these locations that I know about right now.
Wasn't there one in the marshes?
That's a different place. So there is one that's in a disgusting bog.
That's the one.
the Tower of Sighs in the haunted marshes.
So what is that, like 5 towers?
It's a lot of towers. These people, they really didn't have a lot of architectural variety.
So from the top of the tower we're on, can we see any other towers?
Oh god, no. This one wasn't finished and you were stuck in the middle of the woods, no.
Okay.
This one's in the Iron Forest, and no, it's only in a lake, near a lake, so but no, you can't see in the towers, but you do have the map. And then you look at the map and there are a number of towers on the map.
Now remember, I did copy some of the information that the Archmage had on their map.
Well, did he point you to on your map? He
pointed to on my map and said, "Hey, this is around here," and I annotated them and said, "Hey, okay." But my suggestion is that we continue on to the Oracle, and maybe the Oracle can clarify a little bit more about if these statuettes are in these towers and where the towers might be.
That seems to be our best course of action.
Mm-hmm.
Let's sleep on it and start in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Does anybody need to be healed before we go to sleep?
Surprisingly, I think no one was actually injured during this whole time.
No, the bleedy whole leg person, which...
Well, yeah, but he's already hobbling off in the woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So why don't we just wrap it up there for this evening, gentlemen? And
Okay. Sounds great.
Our advancements. And,
Thank you.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, listeners, watchers.
Thank you guys
Perverts.
early out there for watching and listening to us.
A small ship rides the salt-laden wind across the sea.
The sound of waves striking the side of the vessel echo from below.
This ship, though small, carries with it the potential to change the world as we know it.
If the crew can overcome their demons, that is.
Tales of Yavard is an actual play podcast using the brand new Mythcraft system developed by Quasi-Real Publishing.
The first campaign, The Sea's Tale, follows our heroes struggling against pirates, mercenaries, and crime families as they seek to discover the truth of a terrible attack.
The secrets they may uncover on this journey will bring them closer to that truth, but the cost may be greater than any of them know.
Listen wherever you get your podcasts and find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok under Tales of Yavard Pod.
All right. Gentlemen.
Yes.
Please make note if you made any that actually counted demon or dragon rolls.
I got one of those.
I got one of those.
Those appropriate skills. Okay, and here are the questions for the evening. Did you participate in a game session?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you explore a new location?
No.
I did.
Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Yes. I didn't.
We
used a little bit of force.
You
What
used
was
a
the-
little bit of force. I didn't use force.
Even using skills to overcome something is not using force if it happens not to be a skill like a martial skill. Like if it is like myth, like you're using myth and legends to figure out something.
Yes, I would say yes.
Okay, then I'll say yes on that one too.
And did you give in to your weakness?
Oh yes. Yeah,
Yes.
very much.
Yes.
All right. And then, gentlemen,
I want to go first.
roll your die.
I'm going to learn how to swim because I'm a duck.
But you are a mallet, so you fail. Oh,
Yay!
you.
I raised it from. I rolled a 9. I have it at 6. No, I have it at 7. Sorry, so that's now an 8.
Ever closer.
I'm hoping that someday I'll be allowed to ride the donkey. So I'm gonna roll. Nope. No. I rolled a 1. I have it at 6. So
It is a
That's-
foreboding omen.
it's still fun. Because I have it only at a 6. I'm gonna take myths and legends. seems to shit. I rolled a 5. I only have it at 6. And last but not least, I'll throw evade out there. I'll try to increase evade. None. I got nothing. Got nothing today.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Not even swim?
Not even the swimming one.
All right.
I tried a bunch of low skills too.
Wait, what's your swim skill? I thought you said you rolled a 9.
Yeah.
No, my swim. No, I rolled a demon on the
Oh
swimming
my
one.
goodness.
Yeah. Oh no. I did. No, I'm sorry. I did increase swimming 1.
Oh, yes, that's what I thought.
But the other ones were like writing and myths and legends and evade. Nothing.
All right. If anyone doesn't mind, I'll go next.
Sure.
All right. I rolled that demon on languages, so I'll try that first. Got a 13, and I rolled a 5, so no. I will try awareness. Got a 15, I rolled an 11. Nope. Myths and legends, I have a 14. And I rolled a 1. That's really not helping me today. I will try evade. I have a 15. I rolled a 2. Why not during the game session? I could have rolled some of these. My last one, I will use bows. 15. I rolled an 8. So yeah, I failed everything.
Awesome. Tim, did you pick your heroic ability?
I have a couple that I spent a lot of time reading them tonight.
Okay.
I have a couple that I'm interested in.
Okay, there's no rush right now. I just want to make sure you're just looking at them.
All right, folks. Have a good night.
All right. See you,
Yeah,
too.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Chris, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. First, I'll start with my demon of myths and legends. So I'm trying to beat a 12. And I got a 17.
More legends and myths
Nice.
alone.
The next is awareness at 13. I got a 6. That's going nowhere. Next is evade at a 12. Fuck, got an 11. Next is bows at 17. Why not? And I got an 8. And lastly, I'm going with a spot hidden at 11. And I got a 5. So I also came up with 1.
All right. I guess I'll go next. I'm going to start with the hammers. I've got an 8. So I rolled an 11. So that goes up 1.
Huzzah!
Sneaking. I'm going to try and milk that. So I got 17. So I need to roll 10. So no. Awareness. I've got a 7 right now. I rolled 8. So that goes up. So hammers and awareness. And last one, acrobatics. I've got a 16 and rolled a 4. Okay. So I went up on 2 low skills.
In about 5 minutes or so, I'm gonna go dark on the camera, or 5-10 minutes, something like that. I'm gonna go dark on the camera for a minute or
masturbate?
2.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, my 39th time today.
Okay.
He likes
stay
the
on,
chafing.
stay on
He
schedule.
really likes the chafing.
Gotta stay on schedule.
I got to make sure that the little one's asleep. So
Yeah.
Understood.
Is that what the kids call it these days?
Oh, my mercy.
Starting strong.
it's just there it is.
I'm dying.
That's what killed him. Got to explain that to Laura.
Oh shit.
And that's actually what killed him, Laura. Who knew? One dick joke too many. I'm eating kids' little Jello balls because that's all I have in the goddamn house.
Jello balls?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Well, it's got to get something so you can sneak them all into the van.
True, they don't make those SpongeBob ice creams anymore.
Child, come into my windowless van. I have green Jello and Hall's mentholyptus.
Like, if that works, I'm like, that's some sad children. I'm like,
No, I just tell millennials that they should come into my my Sprinter van and they can check it out to build a tiny home. I got thousands of them.
okay, that makes more sense.
with inflation these days, you can't even use Pokemon cards. You got to use like Magic the Gathering cards.
So I didn't know that. Like that's a real thing. Like people are buying up those Sprinter vans, like for an obscene amount of money to convert them into little tiny homes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's not people who don't have the money. It's people who have way too much money.
Obviously.
Usually.
Yeah. It's people doing like these expensive modifications and upgrades to live in a tiny little house that they have in some cases paid more than a regular house for.
So when was May?
Back in May.
Back in May.
He's right. You know.
It is.
That was like episode 1.
Hi, this is Matt, the co-host of the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast, and you've been listening to our latest actual play, Mirth, Magic, and Mayhem, using the Dragonbane TTRPG from Free League Publishing, based on the classic Swedish role-playing game Drakar Demoner. If you like what you hear, please follow, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and anywhere else you find podcasts. We also really appreciate feedback and chatting with folks, so feel free to tweet us, comment on our YouTube, or leave us a review so we can reach even more people. You can also visit our website at www.theaarpgs.com, where you can read more about the cast, listen to old episodes, and even shop our store for cool geek chic merchandise. This story features Malcolm and Nathan as co-GMs. Malcolm will also be playing the role of Karin, a halfling bard. Nathan will be playing the role of Brains, a wolfkin thief. Our players for this story are Tyr as Dane Ringson, a human scholar. Sean as Baelor Banefire, a dwarven smith. Chris as Sigyn, an elven huntress. Anthony as Corrigan Stonehammer, a halfling fighter. And Tim as Quiverwing, the Mallard Mage. Character artwork created by Nemesis to Anthony Cupo and friend of the show, Jody P. Schaefer, whose work you may recognize from Metacopolis, Marikari, Megas XLR, and MTV's Downtown. Contact him when the time is right. You'll know how and when. Music licensed through Dark Fantasy Studios and SoundCube. Sound FX by Nathan, using Krotos Weaponizer, Studio, and Dehumanizer, using libraries from Boom Library, SoundCube, Krotos, and his own recordings. So thank you again for taking time to sit down with us at our gaming table. And until next time, remember, you're never too old to roll.